first car that I ever owned, it was a Peugeot 205, which was from my grandmother, actually. Didn't last long. After a few months, I killed her, unfortunately. But it's a nice souvenir. I remember, you know, the car was really, really soft. So it was good fun with this car. I was slow. It was in Le Mans, actually. The name of the circuit, the track is the Circuit Alain Prost, famous French driver. Yeah, and it was my first go-kart race. It was freezing cold. It was early February. I remember that after the race I couldn't get out of the go-kart because my fingers were stuck on the steering. It was so cold, you know, that I couldn't open my fingers. And yeah, actually the leader of the race was coming to lap me, and I didn't see him, and he touched me, and actually he was stuck on the back of my go-kart for like half of a lap or something like that, and he lost the race because of me. Yeah, that's definitely the first souvenir I have of my first race. The racetrack name was Cabourg. I was going to overtake one guy on the straight line. I had already a few years of experience in go-kart, so my speed was okay, you know, was not as bad as the first race. And I think this guy actually was a brand newcomer, and I overtook him on the straight line, and he looked at a little bit in the middle, on the back, you know, and he moved into me, and I hit his rear wheel, and I just went up. I flipped. I was sliding, you know, on the surface on the track, the tarmac for a few meters. And that was really painful, you know, with blues, you know, and you know, it was burning a little bit. And actually, the first thing from my father came, you know, was running, came and just asked me to get straight away back in the go-kart, not to get any bad feeling, you know. So I went back in the go-kart, and I did a few more laps, and then I got changed. The first clips I had was just between. We had like a nice park, you know, to play, and there was some trees, a line of trees, and we went behind the trees to make sure nobody sees us, and we had a kiss over there. But what I remember is definitely the first time I met my wife. This one is important to me. You know what? We are on the beach. I think it was Pamela Anderson. I mean, she was looking good, you know, with that red swim shirt and stuff. That was yeah, it was cool. I think it was maybe her. The first person I sent a message this morning when I woke up was my wife. I have a deal with my son, actually. When I go away from home with older son, he's 4.5 years old, and when I go away from home, I take some pictures, you know, to show him what I'm doing. And actually, earlier on, I did a picture with you guys, and I will send it to my wife. That's for him. You know, because he wants, actually, he's asking to see what I'm doing, where I go, with who, and stuff like that. So I do take a lot of pictures during the race weekends that I send to my wife. And yeah, I spoke to her, and I was sending her a picture to inform my boy about what I've done yesterday night.
All 5 lights are on, and we go green in Mexico City. And let's see who gets the best start on the run down towards turn number 1. Sam Bird looking at the inside of Sarrazin. D'Ambrosio's got the lead covered, and Afton de Grassi are so close to each other. We're going